Sometimes when I make YouTube videos, everything goes as planned. Exactly how I pictured in my mind is how it turns out, and then when I get all the footage onto my computer, editing is just a breeze. The video you're about to watch, however, is not one of those videos. I'm not sure what happened. By accident, I completely deleted my intro, so I have no intro. And then in the final clip, when I come back from doing my hair, I forgot to put my mic on, so you just see my mouth moving and no sound is coming out. But I was so excited about this video. It was a Charlotte Tilbury haul, and it was my first time ever placing an order, and I just got a couple things, so it wasn't enough to justify a sit-down haul video, so instead I decided to do a try-on haul. And it was kind of a try-on haul slash get ready with me video, because after I was done filming, my friends and I went to Union Market in DC, and I took some vlog footage, and that footage was really why I didn't just scrap this and do something else. We had such a great time, and I really wanted to show you around the market and show you some of the different shops. So this is gonna act as my new intro. I bought the Filmstar Bronze Glow, which I love, and I bought 2 of the brand new cream eyeshadows. And I think in the video I say eyes to memorize. It's not that, it's eyes to mesmerize, and these are beautiful. So you're gonna see me apply these 3 things from Charlotte Tilbury, and then of course I'll go over everything else that was used. But thanks for sticking with me even when things don't go as planned, but let's go ahead and get into the video. The first thing I've been testing out is the Peter Thomas Roth Pore Putty. This is a pore and wrinkle reducer. And I don't have a lot of opinions about it yet. It says on the back that you have to wait 28 days to see results, so I'm gonna keep using that. And for foundation today, we're going into the city, and I think the high is something crazy, like 90. So without a doubt, I will be sweating. So I wanted to use a foundation that's really lightweight and lasts well if I do get really hot. So I'm using the Sappho Organics foundation, and I have this in shade Alicia. And I applied and buffed it in with this furless brush in the number MF2. And to help with my under eye circles, I use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And the longer I use this, the more I like it. I think it makes a difference, and I really like the peachy tones. And when I got that brush set from Furless, the only one I didn't really know what to do with was the ME1, but I found that these 2 work really well together, and the angled brush makes applying product into my inner corner really easy, and then I just bring it, onto the rest of my under eye area. So once the corrector's been applied, I go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I have this in the lightest shade 15 Fair. I use this underneath my eyes, a little bit around my nose, and then on any blemishes, and I buff that in with the Real Techniques contour brush. This is still my favorite brush for blending out under eye concealers. It just makes everything look really nice and blended and flawless. And then to set that all into place, I use the RMS Unpowder, first on a Real Techniques setting brush underneath my eyes and on my eyelid, and then on a much larger IT Brushes for Ulta powder wand. And since I know it is going to be so hot today, I really need the RMS to help me control oil. So this time I applied it not only in my T-zone, but just all over my face. And last but not least, I used the Eco Brow in the shade Rita to put on my eyebrows. And now I'm going to use my first Charlotte Tilbury product, and I'm going to try to carve out some cheekbones. This is what the product looks like, and it is so beautiful. I'm so excited to use this. I'm gonna start with the sculpt side on an angle brush. This is the Furless MF3. I'm gonna load up the brush with some product. I'm gonna go a little bit higher than I normally contour and start right here at the top of my ear and slowly bring the product down. This is a really nice color for fair skin. It's not too dark, and it almost to me is like a mix between a contour powder and a bronzer, which I really like. So I'm also gonna take a little bit more and apply it on my temples. With the same brush, I'm lightly applying a little bit of the highlight powder right to the top of my cheekbones, a little bit above my brow, and right underneath my brow. I'm really happy with this, and I love it that both powders are in the same compact. I think that just makes it really convenient. And then for blush today, I'm gonna use the RMS Lip to Cheek, and this is in the shade Elusive. And this is a beautiful brownie rosy color. Actually, as soon as I'm done filming, I'm picking up my friend Sarah and my friend Karen, and we're going to Folane, which if you remember, they had a pop-up shop in DC back in last fall, I think. And when I went there, I bought Elusive, and now they're back to stay in DC, which is so exciting. So I thought it was kind of appropriate to use Elusive since we're going back there today. Moving on to eyes, this is the packaging of the eyes to memorize. They come in a little frosted glass jar, and you can see that the consistency of the cream eyeshadow is a little bit moussey, which I really like. And I wore these for the first time yesterday, and they lasted like a champ. No creasing, no fading throughout the day. So I'm excited to test them out again today since I'll be outside a little bit more. So the first shade I'm gonna use is the color called Marie Antoinette, and I'm gonna take this on a fluffy synthetic brush. I'm going to apply this all over the lid, and you're gonna see that these are really easy to blend out. And what I like is that if you use a small amount of product, it's very sheer, but they're also really buildable. So I'm gonna do one light layer with a brush, and then I'm gonna go in and show you that it's buildable. This is a sheer wash of Marie Antoinette. Now I have a little bit more of the product right on my finger, and I'm going to build up the color closest to my lash line. And when you apply a little bit more product, it gets even more metallic, which I think is really beautiful. This color is just gorgeous. It's a bronzy antiqued gold. Love it so much. But as someone with hooded eyes, I always think that if I put a little bit of a matte crease color, it looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna go into my Tarte palette. This is the one that's all matte, and I'm gonna take the shade called Wander on a really large fluffy brush and just buff out the corners of this. The other cream shadow I bought is in the color Norma Jean, and this is a pinky champagne. I took a tiny bit on this little Precise Eco Tools brush, and I'm gonna use this right in my inner corner. This cream eyeshadow is way too pretty to cover with a huge thick eyeliner, so instead I took a tiny bit of my Tarte brown eyeliner on an angle brush, and I just smudged it in right at the base of my lashes, not really to create a line, more so just to help my lashes look a little bit fuller. And then after that, I sprayed my face with the coolest setting spray with SPF 30 to lock everything into place. And then after that, I applied 2 coats of my Well People Expressionist Bio Extreme Mascara. So I'm mostly done. I'm gonna go upstairs and finish styling my hair and put on my dress, and then I'll be back to finish up with lips. This is where tragedy struck, and I forgot to turn my mic back on, so I'm going to narrate this part. The first thing I applied to my lips was the Lip to Cheek from RMS in Elusive, and I had used that on my cheeks earlier. And then I decided I wanted it to be a little bit more pink, so I used the YSL Tinted Oil in number 5. Beautiful pink color, and it also adds some glossiness to the lips. Then I'm not sure what I'm saying here. I think I'm saying I'm going to bring my little camera and try to take some footage, and I did do that. Union Market is so fun, and if you live in the area, I highly recommend it. But I hope you enjoyed seeing my new Charlotte Tilbury products, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.